Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick Noda, founder of T3 Body, and your host today for T3 Talks, where we tighten, tactical, and transition. You guys know this guy.
Hello, everybody. Me again, Armando.
Armando. Now we're here and we're filming again at Oceanside during this friends and family event. But in
511 Tactical.
511 Tactical, there it is. But in typical, T3 Body fashion, all right, we can't do it easy, right? So
it would be too easy to do it easy.
So break down a little bit of kind of like how this morning went down and what we had to do tactically.
So this morning was rolling out of bed, literally rolling out of bed to fall to the ground and get on up. Because, normally we take it a little bit easier the week prior to potato chip. He's like, you know what? You're going to kill it at potato chip. I don't know. He was on another level yesterday, and he decided we're going to kick your butt. So I went up and down stone steps, weights, everything. My body is aching. My body is hurting. I wake up, my hips, I'm like,
well, you guys, I'll tell you a side note, all right? So we're sitting there, okay? Now, I'm not in Ghostface, but I am going to go, in my mind, I was going to go to Ghostface, all right? And we were sitting there. So I worked out the 8 o'clock, kind of got warmed up. The 5 o'clock in the morning, I was warmed up. 6 o'clock, I was in the pool. So by the time 9 o'clock came around, you guys, I was ready to go. Now, Armando never does this and goes and says, hey, isn't your 10 o'clock? Doesn't she normally get here early? You're like, hey, where's the 10? He's like, hey, I'll go ahead and send her a text.
Normally, I'm in it. He's telling go, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. Like, trust me, I'm complaining. I'm bitching, part of my language. I'm complaining, bitching the whole time, but I'm still doing it. This time around 9 o'clock, it's like 9:30 and 9:45. My body's shutting down. And I kind of look at the clock. I was like, okay, normally his 10 o'clock is like 15 minutes early. I was like, hey, did they call you? Are they not coming in? I'm like, please, someone show up.
You guys, he was closing one eye and trying to lift the dumbbells. It was the funniest thing ever. He's like trying to go to sleep, and it was great. So the one lesson that I was trying to teach you guys in a good way, and my producer's back there, is is that you never can predict what can happen. So, we end up having a hard day, which was Friday, but then
still a good day.
Still a good day. But then Saturday, well, you know what? We got up a little slower. We still got there, not exactly at 6, maybe at 6:10. As we got up, the heat was a factor. It was
actually pretty cool, but it was just the humidity.
Right.
Like, my lungs, everyone, Esteban, Alex, myself, we're going up, and, like, we're keeping a decent pace, but it's just... like, just breathing was difficult. Whoops.
And one of the...
Sorry, Esteban.
Yeah, and one of the main things that I used to talk about, one of the stories that, I can never drive home here is the humidity in Chicago. Like, I tell the story, and you guys have heard it in previous podcasts, and Armando, remember when I was telling you about doing Lifetime Fitness, I was doing that sprint. I'm running, it's 110 with the humidity, and I was looking for, like, any energy gel or anything on the floor. And I find an energy gel that was not open, and I go, oh, and remember, it's 110 degrees with the humidity, and it just set my mouth like, oh my God.
Peanut butter.
So you try to tell a story like that, but am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Did the heat just zap your energy and everything?
It was, partially it was the workout from Friday, and partially it was just the humidity. Like, it was 50-50 a piece. My hips weren't working, my lungs weren't working, but I was like, gotta keep moving. Just keep going. And they're like, nah, in a mean way, but I always pass Esteban, I always pass Alex. Like, I'm going up there. I'm up there in less than an hour. Dude, I can't keep up with them. They're going, and Esteban has a bum knee. Alex has freaking scrapes along his foot, and he can't walk that well. And I can't keep up with it. I'm like, guys.
But the thing is, the nice thing is, you still did the one step at a time.
But I
you
still
kept
kept
moving, And then that's where the teamwork comes in, because we had a plan. All right, but the plan, we had to switch it up a little bit, but it all ended up working out. I ended up going up with the athlete there, and with the athlete felt the same thing. And the one thing that I talk about, was Gail, as we were walking up the mountain here, and you'll see a picture that we took here behind us. Yes, the rate of proceed effort with everybody. I don't know. I said, listen to them walk up the hill. Now, I have the habit of telling everyone, hey, good morning, how you doing? Because you'll hear them go, good morning, how are you doing? So you get to see what their rate of proceed effort is. And like I mentioned to Gail, at the same spot, where she was at a 7 or an 8, so is everybody else. So sometimes you beat yourself up like, oh, what's going on with me? And it feels good to be sometimes part of the herd, because if you're hurting. But one thing that I talked about, and this is something in my self-talk that I haven't told everybody, is that if they're hurting, I can hurt more. And that's what I think of. So when I think
anytime you can hurt, I can hurt more.
Exactly.
I can hurt
And then I'd say the next thing, I train better than they do. So one thing that I often say, you guys, is that when the heat and humidity is like this, it's find your groove, and then when you find your groove and you start passing people, all right, you start feeling, then turn it up like 2 or 3 more notches, and that right there, I'm going to tell you, will dig you into the red. But I will say it gives you such a great satisfaction because of the heat and because of the humidity to know you got one more gear, you guys. So, Armando, we've got potato chip in 5 weeks, okay? Because we do it every 5 weeks, and that's that hike for health and happiness. What's your goal for next time?
Honestly, first of all, I might go back next week just because I'm very disappointed in myself. I know I did well, but I'm very disappointed in myself. Should have done better. So I'm going to try again next week. And then next time I will go up, and I'm hoping to reach that 52-minute mark, but with a pack this time.
Nice.
Because usually I go with snacks, water, I go prepared. But honestly, it's maybe 5 to 10 pounds. I'm going to be hopefully adding up 30 pounds to myself and just gunning it.
Well, 30 pounds should be nice because how much is your weight loss to this date?
To date, about 135 pounds.
Yeah, so all we're going to do is we'll keep 100 pounds off you and just put 35 pounds on your back. So that should be kind of easy.
Oh, by the time that rolls around, it'll be about over 140. But I'm just saying, for now.
For now, we're going to start with those small steps, you guys. So, again, in the next 5 weeks, you guys, we will be at Poway again at Potato Chip Mountain for hikes for health and happiness. Tell your friends about it, and remember, if you can hear my voice, you can hike a hill, mountain, overpass, or any part whenever we do these events. So when me and Armando are going to do it together, we're going to go like this. Wham! Our motivation will inspire you to be better. See you soon.
Peace.
T3 Body, you guys, is a company and a fitness company that really talks about the complete athlete. When I talk about our motivation inspires you to be better, all right, as a non-for-profit that supports military veterans that suffer from mental health issues, I really enjoy the support you guys are giving me here on YouTube. But again, I am seeking clients on my T3 Body. So if you go ahead and take a look at my website, understand that the intimacy of getting to know you starts with just 30 minutes motivation. So you go on there, you sign up for one of those, you get a one-on-one remote talk with me just like this. Then I encourage you to go and look at one of my training plans, download a 4 to 8 week training plan, and really kind of just test your body, test yourself, and just really start to get yourself ready to then do the next thing is where you get 4 or 5 of your friends together and dare yourself to be better, where there you have a little bit more of my information along with my training plan. You get some remote sessions with me regardless of where you're at. You notice if you're watching me on YouTube right now, you could see you can hear my voice and I can train you, all right? And that 45-day dare is a great way to just see and challenge yourself to really do the final thing is become a member. Being a member with me is a commitment, and it's made for just an elite amount of people. So when I talk about membership here, I really talk about a really elite group of individuals who really understand our core values of God, country, family, and really live by and have really adopted where our motivation inspires them to be better. So I wanted to touch on that, you guys, and really use that so that individuals like yourself who are getting better and inspiring others that understand that, you know what, we do need your support to keep everything going.